This is your video orientation to LJS 436 from the Schoenberg Collection in the Kislak Center for Special Collections, Rare Books and Manuscripts, the University of Pennsylvania Libraries. LJS 436 is an Arabic manuscript. It is a 14th century copy of a late 13th century manual on the mathematics of inheritance in Islamic law. That is the Islamic law of inheritance. And the form is a paragraph by paragraph commentary on a 12th century text by a legal and mathematical scholar, Siraj al-Din Muhammad ibn Muhammad al-Saja Wandi. So it, like a lot of Islamic manuscripts, it's a copy, a lot of Western manuscripts too, it's a copy of an earlier, of a text that was written earlier, in this case actually a commentary on a text that was written even earlier than that. Let's see, it does have some decorations, I am told. The flap is a little bit in the way, so I'm going to let the flap sit. And it does have a nice little binding with the flap, as you see, very traditional. It is a Morocco binding there. So I am not seeing foliation on the pages. You would expect to see page numbers or folio numbers, and I am not seeing those. So I'm not entirely sure where these diagrams are, but I'll just sort of go through. Here's some diagrams here. And there, and there. I'm not sure what the diagrams are, but since it's about inheritance, I would assume it's sort of working down through the inheritance lines. Let's see, it's written by at least two hands. And there is an additional leaf bound in somewhere here. The origin is sort of interesting. So it is, sections of the copy are dated to different times, although it's signed by the same scribe. There's a section that's dated 723, which would have been 1323 in the Western calendar, and then at the end of the date, 1324. There's also the date ending Ramadan, 747, which would be December 1346, January 1347. So it was written over some period of time, although mostly by the same. So it's signed by, that's nice. It's signed by one scribe, but there are actually two scribes' hands in there. That looks quite different, doesn't it? We've got framing, so this section, that must be a different section, so this section is much more plain, and this one has a frame, which might be because of the tables there. I don't know. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, the end is nicer. So if you'd like to find out more about LJS 436, you can visit Franklin, where there's a description and also a digitized copy. And this has been your video orientation to LJS 436.